Welcome to ClearCircuit, the anime tech explainers.
Episode 1, where we explain AI before it explains us incorrectly.
I'm Cece, your guide through the circuit realm.
And I'm Byte, quality control.
Today's mission, discover what really happens when you ask an AI a question. ClearCircuit, Episode 1, Cece versus the Hallucination Dragon. Citizens of the circuit realm, today I shall ask the most powerful question in the universe. Explain solar panels to a 12-year-old.
You could also just ask normally.
Silence, tiny orb. I am creating suspense. Solar panels are magical mirrors that collect moonlight during the day and convert it into strawberry-flavored electricity.
I have several questions.
Impossible! The answer had perfect grammar, excellent confidence, and a suspicious amount of strawberries.
It has also challenged basic solar science.
Today, we discover what an AI model actually does when you ask it a question, and how to tell a useful answer from a confident mistake. Welcome to ClearCircuit, where AI and technology become clear.
And where dramatic effects are used responsibly.
That part is still under development.
I noticed.
Before we battle the dragon, we need a map. When you type a question into an AI chatbot, the model does not receive a tiny human-like librarian who searches a shelf and hands you one guaranteed fact.
So there is no tiny librarian?
Not in the standard explanation.
Disappointing. I had prepared a tiny library card.
Instead, the model receives your words, the conversation history available to it, and the instructions that shape the task. Together, this becomes context.
Your map has become a shopping list.
It contains 4 stages of AI answering: context, tokens, learned patterns, and next token generation.
And the 5th stage?
Verification.
That is not one of the model's generation stages.
Correct. It is the human stage. That difference is extremely important.
Why verify when you can simply believe?
Because a smooth voice is not evidence. Stage 1. Context. Imagine asking, explain solar panels. That is a reasonable question, but it leaves many choices open. How long should the answer be? What level should it use? Should it focus on physics, cost, installation, or environmental effects?
What if I ask, explain solar panels to a 12-year-old using a funny story about a hungry turtle?
Then the context tells the model to aim for a young audience, use a story, and include a turtle. Stage 2. Tokens. Before language can be processed mathematically, the text is divided into smaller units called tokens.
Are tokens words?
Sometimes. A token might be a short whole word, part of a longer word, punctuation, or another piece of text. The exact split depends on the model and its tokenizer. A sentence like, explain solar panels, can be represented as a sequence of pieces. The model then converts those pieces into numerical representations, so its network can process relationships in language.
Can I eat one?
No,
Have you tried?
I am an educational hero, not a snack reviewer.
It tastes like punctuation.
Tokens are not the same as human meaning. They are pieces that let the model calculate relationships in language. They also are not always the same as words, which is why token counts can surprise people.
That does not make it correct.
Precisely. Tokenization changes how text is represented. It does not create truth. Stage 3. Learned patterns. During training, a language model processes many examples of text and adjusts internal parameters so it becomes better at recognizing and generating language patterns.
So it remembers every sentence like a giant search engine?
That is not the safest way to think about it. A model can learn relationships between words, ideas, grammar, explanations, formats, and instructions. It is not simply a perfect database of every training sentence.
The forest is annoyingly good at transitions.
A useful analogy is an extremely advanced autocomplete system that uses far more context than the autocomplete on your phone. But it is only an analogy. Modern language models are more complex than ordinary autocomplete.
So the model can imitate the shape of an explanation?
Yes, and that shape can be very useful. But organized language is not automatically verified information. Stage 4. Next token generation. Given the context, the model calculates possible next pieces and assigns them scores or probabilities.
Like choosing the next move in a game?
Similar in one important way. The current situation affects the available choices. Suppose the sentence begins, solar panels convert. Likely continuations might include sunlight or energy, depending on the context. The model selects a continuation according to its settings, adds that continuation to the context, and calculates the next one. Then another. And another.
Beginning to sound repetitive.
That is because the response is generated step by step. A small change in the prompt can change the answer because it changes the context used for the next prediction. Prediction is powerful, but prediction is not the same as independent fact-checking.
This is why fluent answers can still be wrong. The model's basic generation process is designed to produce a plausible continuation, not to independently guarantee that every sentence is true.
When do mistakes become more likely?
When a question is ambiguous, when information is rare or outdated, when the model is asked for a source it cannot verify, or when the task requires precise calculations without a reliable tool.
Can you prove the claims?
Confidence is a style of delivery. Evidence is support for a claim. Those are different things. Remember my signature lesson. Fluent is not the same as factual.
Can we put that on a t-shirt?
After we verify the fabric specifications. Now comes the human stage, verification. Here is a simple 4-step habit.
Please do not call it an ultimate technique.
I make no promises. Step 1, separate facts from assumptions. Ask which parts are directly supported and which parts are interpretation. Step 2, request sources for claims that matter. Step 3, open the sources yourself. Do not trust a pasted citation merely because it looks official. Step 4, check dates, names, numbers, and quotations independently.
That was your ultimate technique?
Yes, it is called the ultimate verification technique.
It is called reading the source.
Humble name for a powerful move.
For casual brainstorming, an imperfect answer may be useful. For health, legal, financial, safety, academic, or business decisions, important claims require serious verification.
Exactly. Use AI as a fast assistant for exploring, organizing, drafting, and comparing ideas. Keep responsibility for important conclusions with a human who checks the evidence. Recap attack.
Context.
Tokens.
Learned patterns.
Next token generation.
And the human defense technique?
Verify important claims.
I shall return with a more carefully worded mistake.
You may return after providing a source.
I suddenly have homework.
The safest mental model is simple. AI can generate remarkably useful language, but it is not an automatic truth machine.
And tokens are not snacks.
That too. That's ClearCircuit. AI and technology made clear.
If you learned something, subscribe. If you disagree, check the sources first.
Comment with the next technology topic you want us to explain. Stay curious, stay accurate, and remember, fluent is not the same as factual.
Can I subscribe?
Verify the channel first. Next time on ClearCircuit, we investigate fake sources, outdated information, and the 4 checks that stop a confident mistake from becoming your next presentation.
That sounds like a date problem.
It probably is.
Before we leave the circuit realm, we have a bonus mission. 3 things people often misunderstand about AI models.
Bonus mission sounds like extra homework.
It is extra understanding.
That is homework wearing a cape.
First, training and answering are not the same moment. During training, a model adjusts internal parameters from many examples so it becomes better at language patterns. Later, when you ask a question, the model uses those learned parameters to generate a response. It is not learning every fact from your single question in real time.
So if I tell it my favorite snack, it does not automatically become a permanent memory?
Do not assume that. Whether anything is remembered depends on the system, the settings, and the conversation context available to it.
My snack preferences remain classified.
Second, a model can produce several plausible continuations. The settings can influence which continuation is chosen, but a more surprising answer is not automatically a more truthful answer.
So randomness is not imagination insurance?
Correct. Creativity and accuracy are different goals. A funny story can be useful even when it is fictional. A claim about a medical treatment or a financial decision must be checked much more carefully.
Can the model know when it is wrong?
It can sometimes express uncertainty, but a confident sentence is not a guarantee that the model has verified itself. That is why the person using the answer still has an important job.
The human has entered the party.
Third, an AI model does not need human feelings in order to produce emotionally shaped language. It can write a comforting message because it has learned patterns of comforting language. That does not prove that it feels comfort, worry, pride, or embarrassment.
So when I say, you are my best friend, the model should not demand matching friendship bracelets?
It can respond warmly, but you should not treat generated language as proof of a human-like inner life.
I have already ordered the bracelets.
Keep the receipt.
More verification?
Always. Here is the practical prompt recipe for our viewers. State the task clearly. Give useful context. Specify the audience or format. Ask the model to show assumptions. Request sources when claims matter. Then inspect the result instead of accepting it automatically.
And if the answer sounds like a dragon giving a speech,
Check it.
if it uses 12 exclamation marks,
Check it twice.
if it claims that strawberries power solar panels, check the source immediately.
AI can be useful for brainstorming, drafting, organizing, explaining, and comparing ideas. It can also make mistakes, misunderstand the task, use outdated information, or produce a source that looks real but does not support the claim.
So the best user is not the person who believes everything?
Right. The best user is the person who gives good context, asks good questions, notices uncertainty, and verifies important conclusions.
That sounds less like a magical battle and more like a good habit.
A good habit is the strongest technique in every genre.
Even sports anime?
Especially sports anime.
Next time on ClearCircuit, the Hallucination Files.
We investigate fake sources, outdated information, and the 4 checks that stop a confident mistake from becoming your next presentation.
That sounds like a date problem.
It probably is.
Subscribe to enter the circuit realm.
Stay curious, stay accurate, and remember, fluent is not the same as factual.